Hi, Sean Still, and in this video I'm going to talk to you about this navigation pane right here. In previous video we talked about this far left hand side. This one we're just going to talk about this one. Now, a couple things about this is depending on what plugins or add-ons you have, you can see you may have a much longer list here. And also depending upon your roles, the color of this can change. And I'll be talking about the what the color means when it changes here in a little while. Let's get rolling here. We are on our home page, and the very first thing that we see is dashboards. Dashboards are something that are customized to meet a particular need. They could be metrics like this one right here. They could be queries. Could be anything. It could be a series of messages, whatever dashboard you've set up for yourself or for your team or group. The next is project. Oh, let me go back to dashboards for a moment. So you'll see when you click on dashboards, you'll see the ones that you have recently visited. If there is a dashboard that you maybe haven't visited in quite some time, you can click on view all dashboards, and that is going to provide you a much bigger list. In this case, I really don't have many. But if you did have a lot of dashboards, those would all be listed out right here. So you can navigate to it and find it. So the next one, working our way down, the next one is projects. Projects, it's pretty self-explanatory. These are the projects within your Jira instance. It will give you a list of them up here as well as right here. You can also search for them. So if you have, say, 100 projects, you can do a search for them and hopefully narrow it down really quickly. The ones that you've recently viewed are always going to be up here at the top. And then you will see an alphabetized list of the other projects right here. So moving on down, now we get into, let me go back actually. So now we go into our issues and filters. So if you have set up a filter to go out and query for a certain piece of data, those will be listed right here. If you need to search for an item, you can do that as well. I'm not going to get into how we do the search right now. I'll do that at a later time. But if we do need to search for something, whether it's a particular item or whether it's a filter that we've already set up, this right here is where you're going to do that. In this case, I have connected an add-on. This happens to be a Git add-on, so you can see that is listed. So I can start to view all repositories or manage my Git repositories. The next one, and it really depends upon your role and the permissions that you've got, is Jira settings. Okay, and this is where we go from the front-facing stuff to the background stuff. And you notice when I click on Jira settings, my navigation pane turns this really kind of dark blue, gray, whatever you want to call it. that tells me that I am now in the background of things. All right, so I am deep into the system. I am into the back end of the system, and this is where I would do my user management. I may set up schemas. This is where I get into the heart of how the instance is configured. Um, Most people never ever have to bother themselves with that. But for some reason, if you do find yourself um, in unfamiliar territory, and especially if you notice that it's gone from this bright blue to this dark grayish blue, you're now into an area where you actually can do harm. So be very, very careful when you're in this area. But most people do not even have the permissions, and they never even see it. Okay, but if you do see it, know that if it turns dark blue / gray, you're in an area where you actually can do damage. So be very, very careful. If you have other add-ons or Atlassian plugins or other products, those will also be listed here as well. So that is that is more about the left-hand navigation page, left-hand navigation pane. Look forward to seeing you in the next video.